welcome back to another one of our awesome Editor in Convo chats. I am so glad that you're watching, and I'm more excited that we have Abby here today. Abby, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name's Abby Sonnichsen. I went to Mead Senior High School. It's in Spokane, Washington, and I was on their yearbook staff for 2 years, and I was the sports editor. I'm at Washington State University, and I'm studying multimedia journalism, and I also work for the school newspaper as a photographer and a reporter.
That is awesome. So you did sports when you were in high school.
Yes.
That's awesome. Are you focusing on sports a little bit now in college too, or are you kind of covering everything on the newspaper staff?
Yeah, so I really put an emphasis on covering football. So I cover a lot of the WSU football team. I've gone to pretty much all of their games. I love sports photography, so that was kind of my specialty in high school, and then I really amped it up in college. And but the reporting side, I kind of do everything. So any community events, school events,
That's really great. Now, when you were at Mead, obviously Mead has made quite a name for itself in the yearbook world. And I know that getting on the yearbook staff at Mead is a big deal. And a lot of people apply. And tell me a little bit about that process and how it became something that was like a coveted spot on campus.
Yeah, so yearbook what became really popular when I was a freshman in high school. And apparently before that it wasn't, but I didn't know. And some of the football guys on the football team had joined, and everyone was like, whoa, that's so cool. That was my freshman year. And then it slowly kind of progressed where people, once they got into the program, were like, this is incredible. We love this. And so many kids started applying to get into the program that there wasn't enough spots for everybody. So it became this thing where it was oh, if you got on staff, that was it, So I applied as a sophomore, and they were only taking seniors pretty much at that time. And I was I don't even know if I'm going to get in. And I got in as a junior. So that was I was so shocked, so shocked that I was even able to get in. And I really think that once they built that momentum, they just kept it going and making it that coveted spot. And we kind of got the best of the best, photographers, people that were super outgoing, wanted to talk to everyone, and it created a really fun and cool dynamic. So
that's really neat. What did you guys have to do any marketing or getting the word out about recruiting in general, or did people just come to you?
Yeah, so for me personally, I had 2 people that were on staff that came, and they were hey, because I was involved in some other school stuff, and they came and they found me during class, and they're we really want you to apply. So we do have people that go out and recruit. If we know we want a certain person, we'll go and personally inform them and be hey, we really encourage you to apply. And that's kind of how we've done that. We also put flyers around the whole school. There's announcements. We hold a big meeting thing. We play in the auditorium, and then we put a big video on, and everyone watches it. So we try to get people super hyped up and wanting to apply. So yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, you got to tell me more about this hype video.
Okay. So every year at the end of the year, they release this video. It first started out as a slideshow of just cool pictures that didn't make it into the book. And then it slowly evolved over the course of my high school career into this hype video that was released at the end of every year. And then when COVID hit, we didn't, people weren't in school, and there wasn't a way to be a school community. So we started making these videos and putting them on our Instagram, and then kids, people just got hooked. So then we started making them all the time. And if you go look at our Instagram now, obviously I'm not there, they're still releasing these videos for rivalry games, cheer competitions, like all sorts of stuff. So it kind of just turned into like this branding technique, I guess, for sports and promoting other school groups or activities outside of Yearbook. So it just turned into something that no one even expected, and it was really cool to see. So
that's awesome. Shameless plug for Mead High School's Yearbook Instagram. Go look it up, follow, give them a follow. That's great. That's really, really cool. And what I'm thinking is people on Yearbook staff are putting this together in addition to their yearbook duties. So that's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah. We actually started recruiting people specifically for like social media, just to run the page and to create videos. And they don't really even do anything with the book. So
yeah, definitely necessary. About how many kids were on or are on the yearbook staff?
So traditionally about 25, but in years we have had upwards of 30. So
okay, so a good size. That's kind of medium size. Some are small, some are large, and that's kind of right in the middle. And I feel like that is a good sweet spot where everybody's working together and contributing. With the application process, was there like an interview, or did you have to have prereqs, or was it just like show us interest and we'll talk to you more?
So when it got more popular, we made the application process pretty lengthy. It was like a 5-page front and back application, essay questions, like you had to write like a full sentence. And then at the very end, you pretty much had to like sell yourself on why you were a good fit. And if one year we had like 80 applications. So we would go through, and a lot of it was based off of teacher recommendations, if they had a good rep in class or not, because we wanted people that were dedicated. And we'd sort them through. And then if they made it to the final round, we would call them in for an interview and see. We had backups. If the interview went bad, then we'd pull up the next person. We would spend quite a bit of time making sure that we got the right people on staff. So
that's very legit, and also great experience for in the real world too, when they're interviewing for real jobs. I mean, the application process and interviewing, that's really great. And I think that having that, where they do have to write in complete sentences, you're getting a little feel for how are they going to write captions in the book, and, skills that you're definitely looking for.
No, I completely agree. Honestly, that application that I filled out my sophomore year has been the hardest application I've ever filled out. Like for jobs, I've never filled out an application like that. So it definitely preps you maybe a little bit more than you need, but like in a good way. So
that is awesome. Well, Abby, the one question that I'm asking all of the editors that I've been chatting with is, what is the most important takeaway that you have from your time on yearbook staff?
Oh gosh, I spent so much time there. I would probably say the dedication. It really taught me how to be dedicated to something. And it's a skill set that I've used so much in college and like becoming an adult and becoming independent, that I don't think sports or any other leadership thing could have ever taught me in high school. Just those like countless nights after school and early mornings and weekends, and then producing something that you can be proud of. That's a great feeling. So
I couldn't agree more. I mean, being on high school yearbook is what hooked me, and it's just something so special about getting that book at the end of the year that you spent so much time and late nights and everything on. You're just so invested in it. So well, Abby, I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your busy college life to talk to us, but I know that your tips on recruiting and the process is going to be something that a lot of other yearbook staffs can use. So I really appreciate you taking some time to chat with us today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All righty. Bye.
Bye.